morning, traders. Welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Monday, August 1st. All right, guys. Well, today is the first day of the month. Let's see if mutual fund inflows can push this market higher. We were higher in the Globex session, about good 8 points. We gave it pretty much all back. We're up only about 2. You know, at one point you gotta think, well, is this market going to continue to move higher? The base that we've been building at the upper end of the range is not bearish. It's actually bullish. However, coming up from the Brexit lows that fast, that far, and then now just consolidating, you have to wonder. Now, it's not going to, you can't pick which direction. I do think that the bigger move is going to be lower. However, you got to let price break higher and or lower. I give it 2 closes in that direction, and then you could start either buying pullbacks or sell rallies. That's really what it would come to. I wouldn't anticipate anything. I would wait and see what price tells us. Price is king, and that's what you really want to do. Otherwise, you could lose a lot of money just anticipating a big breakout. And remember, when you're consolidating, the market tends to shake everybody out on both sides. Actually, it'll break higher, then break lower, then break higher again, and then ultimately get everybody shaken out, longs and shorts, and then move in a direction it wants to move, where the path of least resistance is. So just please keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to cover just the VIX, equity put call, and of course the indices. There's nothing really that I want to show you that is of interest at the moment. Again, we've been going sideways, so there's not much to tell you, guys. I like to give you true market analysis. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Again, an unbiased approach of technical analysis is what I like to put out for you guys every day. All right, so let's take a look at the equity put call ratio. We did get a spike up, which was kind of interesting, which actually ended bearish at 120. So, and the other other put call ratios that I look at, they didn't do that, but I'm not sure if that's going to be, if this is anything to significance to think about, to look at, because if you looked at the VIX, the VXX, or the VIX for that matter, it did not spike any higher at all. So it looks like nobody was really buying protection unless we got some sort of a big put buying somewhere in this reading. So I'm not too sure, but I do want to point that out to you. It's interesting to see that we did get a big spike up. Now, here's the big worry, and if anybody's a bull that's been in the market for a long time, when you see VIX at complacency lows here, this is actually insane that we're down here at these lows. And you see now the Bollinger Band's finally coming back up, starting to pinch here. There's going to be a bigger move one way or the other. I would suspect that we're going to get a bigger move to the upside, 30, 40, 50% move from where we are at current levels, either at $15 or $17. You just can't have extreme complacency. That means that everybody is one-sided bullish in the market and buying new highs. Not saying it's a bad strategy. It's something that since where we've come, even just take it in a long-term view of since 2009 with virtually no pullback. I don't think we've had a 15%, 18% correction ever since 2009, since the lows were put in at 666 in the S&P. So just guys, keep everything in perspective here. The longer term swing traders, investors, I would not be adding any positions here. I could almost say that you will have your shot to buy it at much lower prices. Now, nothing's a guarantee, but remember, guys, this is not something that you want to be looking to buy. If anything, please buy protection. Go buy some puts. It's extremely cheap, and that'll protect your portfolio if you're looking to ride any kind of uncertainty in the coming months. And seasonality, and I mentioned before, the markets come into the weakest time of year, which comes right now, August, up until October, okay? Does it have to happen? No, but history repeats itself. 58, 60% of the time, we come into some weakness in the equity markets, okay? Now, here's the VXX, what I like to trade. This is ready, shaping up into something pretty powerful. Look at the Bollinger Bands, really, really tight here. Doesn't mean it can't go lower, but as you can see here now, we do not have a buy signal as of yet. I know some people like to start nibbling along and start building a position as the market goes in. You also have to time yourself. There are contango issues here, as you know, that where this ETF starts to deteriorate. But if we're looking, you know, within a week, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, I think you'll be okay. Me personally, I'm looking to look for that one final push up, and or we are outside the band now, and that's also something that I'm keeping an eye on. You could see we closed outside the band ever so slightly. If we get another push lower, and then the next day we get a push back up and take out this swing high here at 1056, I think she'll have a beeline at least at least, the very least, 13 to fill this little gap here, 13 bucks. All right, and I want to see the MACD and RSI start to curl over. So let's keep an eye on that VIX. It's gonna give a really big trade in the coming days and weeks. All right, so the S&P, we had these 14 days, 11 days, right? We're looking for symmetry. We did have it here, and what happened? We did nothing. It went sideways. So 215.50 and 217.50 in the spiders is going to be big on a closing basis. We need 2-day closes above 217.50 and 215.50, and then that should give us direction of the trend. Look at how far away we are from the 21 EMA. All right, now, yes, it's starting to play catch up. The longer we stay this way, the more it'll play catch up and start to break. But I'm looking for, at the very least, when we do get a pullback, to 210, and then we would reevaluate it, okay? Here's a 23% retracement at 212.88 and 210.14. So just write that down on a daily chart. Here's a 60-minute view. Just want to show you. Remember, we had negative divergence starting to unwind now, you see. So this is a spot here, guys. Same thing. As you can see, 215.50, 217.50. This is an area we've been in 13 trading days. We did nothing the whole half of July, okay? We had a few days up, and that was it. Everything else went sideways the whole month of July, which is so frustrating, especially for day traders when you don't have high probability trading. If the markets don't rally, it's very, very hard if you're looking for swing day trades. So you got to scalp them real quick, or you do nothing, okay? Here is the Dow Jones and IYT overlay. Now you could see here we made new highs here in the Dow Jones. The transports we did not. I did label this on Friday as a bull flag. Let's see if it breaks back out here and starts to take out some of these swing highs. All right, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some evidence that we are possibly moving higher. This is our leader. We have not done so. We only took out this swing high. So our leader is not leading, it's lagging. And this is something that to me is a concern, okay? Take a look at the transports on the daily view. You could see here, downtrend line, we're back below it. We're hugging the 50 and the 200 at the moment. If this starts to decide to roll over, as the MACD and RSI has, we should see at least 136 and then 135 at this pivotal low here, okay? Next is going to be the IWM. Now, this is a little different. The small caps come into seasonal strength as the other indices come into seasonal weakness. So you come into strength here in IWM up until the end of the summer. So we are pinching here. We could look out for a breakout. Maybe this takes us higher. I'm not sure. But it's pinching, so that means that there's evidence that energy is building. You could see here. We are rolling over, though. Let's see if we get some energy to build and break out to new highs in the IWM. Now, remember, new highs, intraday highs. We haven't even closely even tagged the new highs. So our secondary leader is way behind making new highs, as the Dow did and the S&P did, okay? And lastly is the Qs here at 1550. So just, guys, be careful. Be very patient. It's going to come to you. Don't force trades. I know that you're watching the screens all day and everybody's thinking, I got to make money, I got to make money. It'll come to you. And you can make money in 4 or 5 trading days and make your month. Remember that, okay? Just be patient, and the trades will come. And also, make sure you protect your trades. They're not working. Cut them loose. You'll always be able to make money again. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.